Jump over, no worries at all. Hope that helps. Sarah and Carmen, Facebook groups. So I'll just check out what your specific question there was. So you've started your group, yeah? Which is, I'll get you can both jump on. Yep. Okay. And so just for all of you, like, and I know I've talked about it in the past, but a Facebook group is something, well, works really well for me. I can, and I'm a different type of business, but I can take someone that's probably never heard of me, like present myself as someone they might want to be friends with. I can then bring them into my group, my Facebook group. I can then position myself as an authority, build a relationship, engage, pull them out of that group and enroll them in my program, fairly seamlessly in a matter of days. Okay. And you guys should be able to do the same. So not all of you, but some of you, and like the way I see it, I'm just figuring stuff out and trying stuff all the time. And I'm just using common sense to make these statements. And I'm seeing people that are having success. I was hoping Dave Miller was going to be on this call, who runs Blaze Adventures, like cycling tours. And he's had a few real breakthroughs and wins running his like multi-day cycling trips just in the last couple of days. But anyone, the way I see it, anyone who is offering a product that could be classed as premium or high ticket. So let's say anything more than, throwing a number out there, 3K, like a $3,000 US product, I see as someone that could create a Facebook group and actually nurture a lead. It's worth spending a week back and forthing a few times. Maybe you could exchange a bit of content, 2 or 3 messages, and 30 minutes on a phone call to convert them into a $3,000, $5,000, $8,000 customer. It's well worth the effort. Added to that, if you're selling corporate events, and those events are worth it, like they're $1,000 events, or even less. If you've got someone that could potentially be a repeat customer that could send you consistent business over a year, 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, and it takes a little bit of nurturing as well, then that's time well spent. Added to that, if you sell a $156 tour and you've got a group that you're filling with agents who might be able to send you consistent business over a year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, again, it's well worth nurturing that lead as well. Does that make sense? So you guys, you've started your group?
Yeah, we've set it up, and there seems to be a lot of comments back and forth, lots of people posting images and videos, and even just inviting sort of friends of friends that are into whales and dolphins and ocean activities have seemed to have worked really well. They've all accepted the invites that I've been sending into the group. So far, I guess, like just with the cold call, we've got about 150 people in there.
It was 18. I checked a couple of days ago, you had 18 members. So you've
have another look when you get a sec, because there's so much back and forth conversation going on. It's been
fantastic.
Like
that's where it's going to start.
Yeah.
And you want to do that for a month or two, and then start pulling people out of that group and enrolling them in your tours. Okay.
Yeah, we're already getting people sort of getting on there and going, I didn't know you could do this and that. And I can see the interest that they're almost asking us to sell them a tour in a way.
And you guys are the real deal as well. Like, you've got an amazing product. You're authors, you published like marine-based like children's story. Like, you're going to be able to position yourself as real authorities really quickly in that space. Have you done a video, like a welcome video yet?
No, not yet, but we will do that, won't we, Sarah?
Yep.
Awesome. We hate videos. We'll have to we will get better at doing it.
Make it fun. Just like, how often do you guys, because you guys live a bit, you don't live.
We only see each other. Yeah, like we live 7 hours away these days. So we don't get to see each other as often, but
that's all right.
We'll make it work.
You know what?
Well, hopefully we'll catch up in Tonga this year in a couple of months, and we'll be able to make a pretty good one over there.
I reckon do it even quicker. You can do it in a couple of different ways. Craft something and you can do like this cool editing like flip where you can both be creating your own video and then you can just edit it together,
merge it together.
Yeah. And you can say things like, what do you reckon, Sarah? Isn't that right, Sarah? And you can say, yeah, exactly. So you can actually craft out a little bit of a script. Not that it sounds, play around with it, like make it fun. Like it is so normal. Like people just want to connect with real people. Like, so you can say, hey, I just want to welcome you guys to the group. Bit hard for us, we're sisters. We live 7 hours apart, so it's pretty tricky for us to get together to do this. We will in Tonga later this year, but anyway, I guess I'll go first. Look, I'm just so happy for you guys, that you guys are here in the group. This is all we've ever wanted to do is just share our marine life, blah, blah, blah. Carmen, I'll kick it over to you. You're like, hey, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I know. Like, just a second that, like, so good to be building this community. You know what I mean? That's easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Do it on your iPhone with a selfie stick. And like, it needs to be like a 2-minute video. So you can both record your own little bit. Maybe not get too clever by flipping it back and forth to each other, but just you could do one flip over. Isn't that right, Sarah? Isn't that right, Carmen? I'll kick it over to you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good idea. Yeah.
Just do like 30 seconds or 45 seconds each. You just want to start, putting a face and a voice to the group. That's going to
I see other people do it all the time. And I do find, I understand why people like that. It's just, Carmen and I, we know that we should do that kind of thing more on our socials too. But we'll definitely have to get into doing that more.
Do you guys live near the beach? I'm guessing you do.
Yeah, we both
just get your selfie stick and just go for a walk on the beach and just do like 5 different takes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And then just grab the best one, 30 seconds each.
Yeah.
One of you do the welcome and the kick over to the other one wrap it up, boom, and just bring it together and load it up.
Awesome. All right. Homework.
So that's one little thing. Then okay. So ways to grow your group. And so all of you, it is one of the best sales strategies, marketing tools that you can have, I think, if you're selling a valuable product. So a couple of things to do. One is Facebook serves you up. I could share, but I won't. Serves you up people you know. So if you click on friends, if it's on a desktop, if you click on friends, it'll have like friend requests, and then below it's got people you know. All right. And it serves you up a whole bunch of people that have mutual friends. All right. So you should be requesting anyone that you feel that you might even know them, or that you feel, you look at their mutual friends. And if it's people who are into marine life, there's every chance that's, and as you do this more, and as your Facebook profiles, do you share a lot of stuff like business related, because it's passion and business overflows with you? Do you share a lot of business related stuff on your personal Facebook?
We don't, but I've just done a big overhaul on my personal page to reflect that, because I know that when you go to someone's page, that's what you need to see in order for them to join your group.
Yeah, you should definitely do that. So, because you want to be, you two girl, I mean, you've got such power, as collectively, you want to start being recognized as, I don't know the right words, the Marine Life Girls, or that, like synonymous with like premium, exclusive, immersive marine life experiences in really exotic destinations. You want everyone in your communities and anyone who comes into touch points with you to get that automatic. So a bit of an overhaul. For me, I don't really do that because it's not, helping businesses is very different to sharing marine experiences. Doesn't matter. Anyone who's a friend of yours is going to find interesting the stuff you post and the imagery and the videos you post about whale watching and marine life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
you should start to use your own personal. And so once you should be requesting as friends like 50 people a day that you think would be interested in your community. All right.
Yep. Easy.
So you get people, you request them as friends. As more accept your request as friends, it's going to start serving up more people with more mutual friends, which makes it more likely that they'll accept you as friends. They're going to see two things. They're going to get a request from Sarah or Carmen, and they're going to see 30, like not 2 or 1 or 4 mutual friends, 20 or 30 mutual friends. They're going to quickly flick over and check you out. They're going to say, oh, that's a cool looking business. That's a really awesome, cool looking video of who doesn't want to go whale watching in Tonga? Like, who doesn't? Tell me, anyone in this call that doesn't want to go whale watching in Tonga? Of course we all do. So, that's going to grow quickly. Once they're friends, you invite them straight into your group. You're inviting, and then there's a few things that happen. You have to go back and watch this call. You're going to invite hundreds and hundreds of people into your group. Okay. Once it gets to about 500, it's going to grow more organically. All right. So the first thing you do is to keep inviting people into the group. Then you can send reminder invite. You can have go to your phone. You'll see all the people you requested as friends that haven't accepted. You can remind them. Okay. That's easy. Push of a button. Okay. Then the other thing you do is you can send them once a while. I haven't got a copy of that. I was going to get a few messages that I sent, but you send them a direct message to those people that haven't accepted the invite. Hey, blah, blah, blah. You might have seen I invited you into my group, blah, blah, blah. I reckon you'd love it. And I'm sure you get a lot of value out of it, in brackets, and add a lot of value as well. Hope to see you inside. Here's the link again. Hope to see you inside. All right. So reminding people with a direct message is awesome as well. People will think, oh yeah, I saw that thing, click, I'm in. So that's another thing. So that's a lot of strategies to actually get people into your group and get it flying. Okay.
Great.
Then when they're in the group, everyone, and I'll just quickly share screen here. I was going to try and screenshot a few messages, but here's an example. Like everyone who comes into my group, a lot of you people on the call would have got a message like that as well. Okay. Nice to join. It's nice to have you in the group. And you're obviously, you craft a message. You want to spark engagement. You want to get people on message. It doesn't need to be a back and forth all the time. It's just like that initial first engagement. It might be great to have you. Have you done any cool trips you want to tell us about? We're building this awesome community. Anything you'd like to learn or anything that, you know what I mean? So just something, and people will come back to you. And for me, they come back and say, hey, great to hear from you. I'm really struggling with sales right now. Boom, green light, I'm in there. Here's some content. Try this, have a watch of that. There's a few things. Then a week later, I circle back. Hey, how'd you go? Did you find that helpful? They're like, that was amazing. I'm like, hey, you know what? I think the best thing for you right now would be to probably grab one of these breakthrough calls that I run. Here it is. This is what it's all about. Book a slot. And they're like, okay, great. So you know what I mean? So once people are in the group, you want to reach out to them. And again, if you've got a high ticket experience, then it's well worth the effort to start nurturing a few leads. Okay. Because ultimately you want to pull them out of that group and enroll them in your trips. Okay. And when you're actually launching something, like it is, when let's say you're running Facebook ads to an upcoming trip to Tonga. Okay. You're out there fishing in the deep, wide ocean for leads, running Facebook ads. But if you're promoting that to your little intimate private fish farm, who already just know you, they love you, they love your brand, you've been positioning yourself as an authority, you've been sharing videos of like the cool shit that other people have been doing on trips, you're already sold. They just want to know the details. Okay. You don't have to prove like how cool the trip is. They just want to know like the intimate details. Does that make sense? So that's like first step in Facebook groups. Obviously the cycle of content. You want to be sharing a lot of story-based stuff. You want to be sharing, like a lot of little videos. You want to get people excited about upcoming trips. You want to share really cool, you want to spark engagement, get conversations happening. Just different, like I'm not a marketer. I don't have a marketing agency. I like the stuff that I tell you about is just stuff I've tinkered around with and tried, and some stuff works, some stuff doesn't. Once you know fundamentally what you're trying to achieve, there are so many resources Google how to spark engagement in a Facebook group, how to, there's so much stuff out there. Once you know what you want to do, just you'll find other resources that are going to help you and try different tactics and strategies. Some stuff will work crazy well, and other stuff, you won't. It's crazy. Sometimes I'll think of awesome things to post in my group and I'll have like 40 or 50 comments and like, wow, I didn't think it was that good. And other things I'm like, oh my God, that is like such a valuable piece of content. And it just, no one enjoys it, so hopefully that helps.
Yeah,
yes, it does.
Is there such thing as overpost? Well, I know that there is such thing as overposting, but would you say one pretty decent post a day within your group would be enough to sort of not overload people?
Yeah, definitely. And also another strategy is not nearly feeling like you need to post stuff every day. Okay. Sometimes the best strategy is bringing stuff, really cool stuff up to the top of the group.
Yeah, got you.
So let's say
it up the top.
This amazing video down there. Well, no, not even that. There's an amazing video. All right. And there's a bunch of comments and you're like, oh my God, I love these comments. And these comments are like, wow, Carmen and Sarah, you guys are amazing. I love that trip I did with you last year. Okay. You're like, that is so powerful. And it gets, over the weeks, it gets buried further and further down the group because there's other content. But that is, I don't want to post other stuff. That is like gold, like just gold. So you reach out and direct message a couple of friends and say, hey, here's a link to this post from a couple of weeks ago. Could you, or reach out to a bunch of past customers. All right. Like I've done to you guys. How many of you have I reached out to and said, hey, here's a link to a post. Can you jump in and make a comment? And that comment is on a post that says, who's applied for one of my free breakthrough sessions? And I send a link to Jess and say, hey, Jess, could you mind just jumping in, just posting about your experience? Jess jumps in and says, hey, that was like, wow, what a life-changing call. The best investment in 45 minutes I've ever made. Boom. And that brings, not only is it like a powerful testimony, but it brings the comment, that brings the post straight to the top of the group again. Okay.
Great idea. That's a really good idea.
So you don't need to go and create new content. You could just go sift through and find 5 pieces of value and then just reach out to a past customer once every 2 weeks. Just direct message a customer, give them the link to the, so you know what I mean? It's like a smart way. You don't have to do or say anything. It's just like you've got a video from a trip that you did last year.
Yeah.
And just once every 2 weeks, you message a customer and say, could you just jump in there and just post about your experience?
Yeah, sounds good.
And then you're just building this. So if I'm ever on a like a breakthrough call to anyone now who says, can I check out, some of, and not only do I have links, I've got like 20 video testimonials, but I'm like, yeah, you know what I'll do, I'll just send you this link to this post, just read the post and then just read the comments. There's like 50 comments from people like you in the program talking about how, how amazing it is to work with me and how much it's changing their lives. And I don't need to do anything else. I'm just like, read the comments. And when you're ready to sign up, just there's the link, so.
Great. Lots of good information. Yes, very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, very helpful. Thank you. That's helped a lot.
Cool. All righty.